Okay, welcome to another video. We're going to be looking at the new electoral map in 2024. We're going over the things that are surprising, things that will continue to decrease, and states that will continue to increase. First of all, let's just go with this map. Nothing too surprising in the first West Coast area. Montana, for me, was the surprise that it increased. The rest of this area, Arizona, Colorado, that was not a surprise. Texas was not a surprise. This whole region here was not a surprise. But Minnesota, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, these states are losing their importance. They used to be really important. They are now losing most of their importance. And which is they might become worthless if they keep going at this rate. Pennsylvania at one point was worth 38 electorals. That's more than Florida. If they keep going this way, as I said, they're eventually going to become worthless. People are no longer going to focus on these states. They'll become like a New Hampshire, nice to have, but not good electorals, if this keeps going on. West Virginia decreased. So because these states have been declining in population for a while now. North Carolina increased. North Carolina has steadily been increasing. Florida has been increasing a lot. In fact, if we look all the way back to 1992, which was not a few elections ago, actually, it was not that far away, Florida was only worth 25, I believe. And now it's worth 31. That's 6 electorals. It is gaining every single time we change the electoral map. And I think it'll continue to gain. It'll become more and more powerful. Same thing with Texas. They're becoming more and more powerful. And some states are heavily declining, and they're going to continue becoming less and less powerful. Okay, so this is the map. So first thing, let's look at the states I think will definitely continue to increase. I think those states would be Texas and Florida. They're definitely going to, Arizona as well. Now here's the thing, these are all swing states. So these swing states are gaining more power. And here's New York, Pennsylvania. This whole area is becoming more and more worthless. Not worthless, it is worthful. It's still a pretty good amount. But it's becoming less and less. Like New York at one point was 45 electorals. And that was the biggest at the time. Now it's just 28. It has been declining for so long, especially New York, as I'm talking about. So New York is probably not going to increase its electorals by the next decade unless some major change happens there. Then it might turn around. Okay, so we're just going to be looking at some other factors of this new electoral map. Who does it favor more, Republicans or Democrats? Don't know why my Control F isn't working today. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my Control F is not working. Let me refresh the page. Not sure what is going on. Okay, anyways. And again, 54. Anyways, let's look. First, let's just put the Republican safeties on the map and the Democrats. Well, sorry, not their safeties. We're just going to portray the 2020 election on this map and see what the margins are. Biden will still win, obviously, with these margins, but will he win by less or more? That's how we're going to figure out if this new map favors Republicans or Democrats. So far, everything seems pretty well. Everything seems the same. Okay, 302. Oh, wait, districts. Republicans at 232 and Democrats at 302. That takes away 4 electorals from the Democrats, this new map, and gives them to the Republicans. So this map favors the Republicans. So then this is good for the Republicans, because we have seen declines in most of Democratic strongholds. States like Pennsylvania, states like Michigan, states like Ohio, states like Illinois. But here's let's try now the safeties they have. The states, I'd say, are probably not going to vote against their party. Probably not going to change in 2024. The states that are toss-up could change. Could flip from 2020. Second district toss-up again. Okay, so these are the states that could flip. Minnesota. Now we're going to go over, I'd say, their likely states. Virginia, I'd put as a likely. Minnesota, I'd put as a likely. And, oh wait, sorry, I forgot here. Okay, now we're going over the rest. Maine, 2nd district. That's still a toss-up. Minnesota, toss-up. Okay, now here's where things get tricky. If Donald Trump is not on the ballot, let's say a traditional Republican is running, this would probably be the likely scene. Arizona as well. North Carolina would be probably leaning them. But that also means that these are not most likely not. Minnesota and Michigan are not going to change their vote. New Hampshire's a toss-up. Sorry, forgot about that. That means this will be a Democratic likely. And a traditional Republican did win these back, so this will also be a Republican likely. But the thing is, if Trump is on the ballot, that changes things up in a different way. That puts these, again, at them. In fact, I'd even say this would be likely for the Republicans. I'd say this would be likely for the Republicans. And this would be likely for the Democrats. No, leaning. Nevada leaning. Nevada actually would be likely. New Hampshire would be likely when Trump is on the ballot. But he could also get here, if he wins the Rust Belt, that is still pretty good for Republicans. But if he loses Texas, that is bad for him. So the Republicans are going to have to make a choice in 2024. Do they want the electoral benefits of Minnesota with the Rust Belt, which is basically these? They can either have these electorals. Well for them. That's 76. And Democrats can have Texas, Georgia, Arizona. That's 69. But we have to keep in mind the Democrats already have an electoral advantage because they have more safe states than the Republicans. So it is actually pretty even because they're not that behind. So Republicans are going to have to face a choice and a problem in 2024. Thank you. That is it for this video. And make sure to check out my other videos.